I'm being dead serious. I think it's phenomenal. Let me tell you why, especially for the over 30-year-old crowd, because they're going to remember the world this way. Back in the day, kids, when people didn't have fucking phones, I saw that same couple 15 years ago. Let me tell you what they did. They sat at dinner across from each other, and they didn't say a fucking word to each other. Now at least they could be doing what they actually want to be doing. My friends, technology hasn't changed us. Technology hasn't changed us. Technology is exposing us. Everybody wants it. You guys really love to blame the Russians. The Russians didn't go in the poll booth and fucking pull the lever. You did, dick. Let me tell you how Facebook ads really run. They put shit in front of you that you're gonna respond to. We're getting exposed. We're not changed. There's no overlord robot. Zucks is not controlling your fucking mind. We just don't like being accountable to anything. Accountability, my friends. You put accountability on a pedestal, your life will change. Do you know how liberating it is when you realize everything's your fault? It gets real fucking good out here. When you actually realize everything's your fault, it gets really good out here. Because when you think your boss's boss controls your shit, when you think somebody down the street in a building controls your shit, then you get real sad because you feel helpless. When you realize you control your shit, things fucking go. And so now, let me switch into what you can do about it now that we've established that mindset thing. If you do not understand that Facebook ads, so whoever was in line saying he's good at Facebook, you're fucking right. If you do not understand that Facebook ads, running ads, not posting organically on your page and getting a couple likes, running advertising, spending $10, $30, $80, $900 on a post to a specific group of people, which is why you made the video or picture in the first place, that has an agenda behind it around your ambitions to be the mayor of your town, sell some fucking sneakers, or whatever the fuck you want to do with your life. Right this minute, fucking August 22nd, 2018, right this minute, August 22nd, 2018, Facebook advertising and Instagram story advertising is the most underpriced real estate grab of human attention in America ever, period. How many people here have run Facebook ads and something good has happened for their business? Raise your hands. How many people here have run Facebook ads and something bad just didn't work? Raise your hands. Own it. Don't be a dick. Facebook and Instagram ads are no different than a basketball. The ROI of a basketball for me is negative. I've had 2 meniscus tears and they cost me some money. The ROI of a basketball for LeBron, $1 billion. Facebook ads work. If you're sitting in this crowd and you're like, Facebook doesn't work. Facebook ads work. You just might not know how to play it. And if you don't go home from this conference and sit down and Google and YouTube and read and watch videos for 10 hours to learn it cold, do you know how many people here have opinions on Facebook ads, yet they've never run one? If you do not go home and learn how to run a Facebook ad, and then do it, like within 24 hours, if you do not leave this talk and run a Facebook ad for your business, service, or ambition, well then what are we doing here? You can't read about doing push-ups. You've got to do push-ups. If you are not producing content for Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, these platforms, if you do not produce written words, pictures, or audio or video for the 7 to 12 websites, the apps that dominate the attention of America, you have no shot of succeeding to the level that you want, because either you are massively limiting your upside, or, and this is the funny part, how many people feel like How many people are having their best business year ever? Raise your hand. Raise it high. First of all, let's clap it up for them. One more time. Best year so far? One more time, hold it up. I really want to see the people. My friends, on some serious shit, you're the people that I'm most worried about. No, I mean it. I'm being dead serious with you. Here's what's happening. It happened in 2001 to 2004. Something came along, it was called Google. People didn't know exactly how powerful it really was. A product came out called Google AdWords. At first, Google just had results. Then these little ads started showing up. At first, they cost 5 cents a click. I, as a young kid, when they were doing my bio, which by the way, who wrote my bio? My mom must have written that bio. It was fucking ridiculous. It's going on forever. And he sneezes on Thursdays. Andy, can we please fucking fix that? It was way too long of a bio. I just couldn't wait to get out of here. I was like, shut up. What's completely fascinating to me about this is Google came along, and when they did my bio, they said, and he built his dad's business from a $3 to $60 million business, and some people clapped, one guy made a loud noise, and I'm literally back there, and I'm like, loser. And the reason I said loser, and I said it, and I say it every time, because that will always be in my bio, that's my origin story, because that should have been 3 to 250 million. And it should have been 3 to 250 million because I had figured out the moment in time, and it was called Google AdWords. I was buying every wine term you can imagine for 5 and 10 cents a click, and they were all working. But I was too young, and I didn't fully understand what was happening, and I spent money on direct mail, and radio, and print, and television, and other internet shit, and winespectator.com, and a magnitude of other things. How many people play poker? When you have the nuts, you have them. And you're supposed to go all in. And I didn't, and I had them. And then I went my whole career, did well, did my thing, but I never had them. And I have them now. And I'm trying to give them to you. It's called Facebook ads and Instagram story ads. They're the fucking nuts. Let me tell you exactly what's gonna happen from this second on. 98.9% of you are gonna get super fucking fired up by my keynote. And then next Thursday's gonna happen. And some shit's gonna happen. You're gonna lose a client or something bad's gonna happen, and all the good vibes and energy are gonna go away. And you're gonna go back to defense and passive and not offense. 98.9% of you are literally not going to take the action that I'm asking you to do, which is figure out how to convert your message to your ambition, whether you're a landscaper, selling a t-shirt, whatever the fuck, dentist, I don't give a fuck. The reason I say that is I don't give a shit if you sell concrete wholesale, this shit is gonna work for you. But you don't believe me. I'm serious, I know, I fucking do this. It's fucking Groundhog's Day for me. I spit this shit selfishly, you know why? In 7 years, I'm gonna run this fucking video, and you're gonna see it and be like, fuck, I was there. And the video's gonna be like, I fucking told you so. And it's gonna be a Wall Street Journal article that in the year 2015 to 19 was the golden era of Facebook, because it only cost $5 to $6 CPMs and $2, $3 CPMs on Instagram, and now they're $50 and $80 CPMs. I know it because I've seen this movie before. You know what's fucking awesome about being 42 and not 24? Context. I have context. I fucking lived it. I seen it. I watched it. I lived it. Do you know why? You know who Prince, Madonna, and Michael Jackson are besides their talent? They fucking hacked MTV when it owned the attention. You know who else fucking hacked MTV? Fucking P. Diddy. You know why P. Diddy fucking won? He used to get out of his ass in his office and run to TRL when Carson was on and just go on set uninvited because he knew every fucking teenager in America was watching and he was stealing attention. The attention is one place. You don't like it? Cool. Sorry. Your grandparents didn't like Elvis either. And people in here judged Miley Cyrus 8 years ago for what she did at the VMAs, which now 8 years later is like a lame Instagram post. Culture moves, things move. We're sitting in a weird time. Ask me why I wasn't making a lot of content in 2011, 12, 13, 14. Thank you. I didn't mean ask me, dicks. Calm down. The reason I wasn't making content was there wasn't anything this ridiculous. It was business as usual. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, they were maturing. There wasn't anything special. It wasn't outrageous. It wasn't a great buy. You weren't buying Malibu beachfront property. You weren't buying Manhattan. You weren't buying great property. It was properly priced. It wasn't underpriced. Every single person here, regardless of her or his ambition, has one agenda: to get the potential person they want to talk to's attention. And then they have to talk and execute for their action. We have not seen a more remarkable underpriced opportunity of people's attention than we have right now, specifically on Facebook ads, Instagram stories, YouTube pre-roll, and podcast advertising. If you spend the next, my friends, you can read every quote I put on Instagram. You can watch Tony's documentary on Netflix 947 fucking times. You can fucking go on a retreat to an island, meditate, fucking hire me to personally consult and sit by your, by the way, your fucking outfit's fresh, and sit by your fresh outfit for 24 hours a day, and nothing I say for the next month will be better than the advice I'm giving you right now, which is figure out how you communicate. You don't need to be like me. Not everybody is ridiculously charismatic and good looking on video. You might dominate writing. You might be embarrassed because of lighting or makeup or you're just insecure visually. Fine, I'm not even judging. I don't give a shit. Audio that shit. Write. Draw pictures. I don't give a shit. Go on a fucking mountain and do smoke signals. Figure out how to communicate on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, these platforms, podcasts. How many people here consume my content? Raise your hand. Thank you. I know you know this. I say it all the time. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Watch what I'm doing. Why am I putting out content everywhere? Always. At a scale that has never been seen before. Because I know it's a moment in time. I promise you, if you find somebody who bought a beachfront home in Malibu when it was first coming up, if you asked her what she thought about that whole situation, the first things out of her mouth was, I wish I bought a second home. Because that 300,000 became 40 million. There are moments when things are underpriced. There are moments when things are underpriced. The number one asset in the world is other people's attention. Their attention is in play. It lives here. Here are 7 or 8 platforms named YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Got it? You need to figure out how to be in there. Let me give you another analogy, because analogies work. The internet is basically the highway. The information superhighway was a perfect analogy back in the day. It is the highway to our lives. Facebook and Apple and Google, they were so good as companies, they figured out how to be the toll booth on those highways. Every person in here's job is to become the best toll booth collector inside that toll booth. There is no shortcut. There's no fucking hashtag that you're gonna find that's gonna fucking explode you.
Hashtag Ian?
Hashtag Ian's right. What actually works is the same shit that works in everything in life. Running an actual marathon. Life is long. Yes, I know you might get hit by a bus. Good news, if you get hit by a bus, you're not gonna give a fuck about anything. Please start playing Life is Long. Do you know how many people emailed me and said, Gary, I need your help, I'm desperate. I bought a ton of fucking Bitcoin at $15,000 a coin. Everybody told me it was gonna be 100,000. I maxed all my credit cards, this, that, the other thing. And I reply, I'm like, why? Why'd you do that? And the answer is, it's what always happens. There's always gold rush. People don't want to put in the work. And I get that. Like, they have this imaginary thing of like how good it's gonna be. DeRozan, the basketball player for the Spurs who just got traded for the Raptors, had a quote the other day, I wish everybody was rich so they realized how much happiness or not it brings. And there's a lot of truth to that. Everybody's in a rush because they don't realize that loving the process is the game, not the shit that the process gives you. I will make you the most guaranteed promise ever. If what you're doing for a living right now is a means to the money, you fucking lost. You lost. It's too hard to get to the big money. You have to love it. It's too hard. Because if you don't love real estate, but you're doing it because you think that's where the money is, the guy or gal that loves real estate is gonna beat your fucking ass. It's just the way it is. And what's interesting to me is this is all happening when the internet has finally hit mass scale. It blows me away that you could go literally buy apples, wholesale, and relist them and make money. I know, dude, I'm using this funny shit for a reason. I don't think people realize, here's what scares the shit out of me. It's never been easier to make $100,000 a year in America if you do the following. Spend 50 hours. I'm asking you to spend 50 hours. Tell the truth. How many people here would be happy to make $100,000 a year? Raise your hand. I want to see the hands. Raise them higher because this matters. Can you stand? This matters to me. Please stand. Please, this matters. Don't fucking be scared because I know people fucking, oh shit, it should be $1 million. This is huge for me. I'm really happy that people are being honest because a lot of people like the front, like, no, billion or bust. Stay up. Listen to me. This is more than 70% of this room right now, based on my eye test, maybe 65, that would be thrilled to make 100. I know how hard it is to make 100. I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna blow your fucking face off. And I say this because I'm selfish, because I do think one of you that is standing is gonna listen to me and do this. And then you're gonna email me in 24 months. If you just spend 50 to 100 hours educating yourself on something you like or know, books, sneakers, pants, electronics, stuff. We're gonna talk about selling right now. And you study eBay and what the price it goes for on eBay in buy it nows and auctions, buy it there and then send it to Amazon and list on Amazon. If you spend 12 hours a day after spending 100 to 200 hours educating yourself on a genre, calculators, blouses, purses, fucking, I don't know, tooth fucking paste. If you spend 100 to 200 hours understanding the arbitrage that this sneaker sells for $450 on eBay, but $580 on Amazon, and you figure out how to buy it at enough scale in Asia or Europe, or you're buying wholesale in Sydney, Australia, shipping to Amazon, if you get educated on what's called retail arbitrage, you can sit at home, spend 10 hours a day working it, like day trading, and I genuinely believe 50%, which is absurd, 50% of the people standing will hit their 100,000. To me, that's crazy. It's so practical, it takes some work, like I told you, but yet people, you can sit now, thank you. It's practical. It's practical. 70% of this audience wants to make 100. I genuinely know that if you have the humility to eat shit for 3 years, downsize. You know how many people I wish sold their home right now and went and rented because that's their crutch? Or that fucking BMW that you have no reason fucking having, but the only reason you have it is because you want to front in front of people you don't even like? If you have the humility and the work ethic, and the reason I want you to do it around something you like is searching calculators for 12 hours a day, if it's just for the money, gets tedious and you'll break unless you love calculators. Searching puzzles, because you fucking love puzzles, for 15 hours a day isn't tedious. I'm telling you right now, literally, I believe in this so much that yesterday, I know some of you follow me on social media, yesterday I spent 7 hours figuring out that I think Charles Barkley 1986-87 Fleer rookie cards are grossly underpriced in a 17-year window. And I'm gonna invest heavy. So if you got any Barkley rookies graded 9 and above, I'm interested. That took me 3 hours, and I'm fucking happy and set. That's how much I believe in the dirt. My friends, if you want a hundo, it's either become the foremost expert in snorks. How many people know what a snork is? Fucking Smurfs in the sea. Every day, I just want everybody to understand, every single day, I get DM'd by 15 people who are under 16 years old, who have the humility to stay in line at sneaker stores and build their Instagram, and are making $10,000 a month in profit, flipping Yeezys and Off-Whites and Jordans. This is America in 2018. There is nothing but money out there. The problem is most people aren't self-aware to know who they are instead of what they wish they were, and most people didn't find something that they're willing to do for 18 hours a day because they're looking for the money. They're not looking for what they love. Retail arbitrage, or building a media company, a podcast, a YouTube show, an Instagram account around a long tail niche for the next 24 to 36 months. Patience, diligence, less Stranger Things marathons, more studying Amazon, less fucking Fortnite, more studying eBay. Listen, you could be ninja if you want, but, and by the way, it just comes down to the level of happiness, but I know one thing, when 70% stands up for a hundo, and I've never seen an era that's easier to get to a hundo, easy. 15 hours a day, 200 hours up front, but when you fucking audit the last 60 days of your life and think about all the fucking leisure that you put in and how that got to 200 hours real quick, and you're not totally pumped and you want it so bad, I'm giving you the fucking fishing pole right now. Rewatch this shit. I'm giving you the fishing pole. The problem is, most of you don't want to walk down to the lake and fucking fish. Apples, vegan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, sneakers. Everybody's talking about billion-dollar AI this, machine learning that, cryptocurrency this, and 70% of the fuckers in here want to make a hundo. I know you can do that by literally picking up old VCRs on Craigslist and flipping them on eBay. But are you disciplined and humble and hungry enough to get there? That, my friends, comes when you tune out everybody but yourself. When you're not worried if your friends are judging you for buying cotton balls in China and flipping it on Amazon. You can get there. And I'm telling you right now, if any of your fucking auntie or grandmother or wife, if any of these fuck faces judge you, send them to me. I'll fucking set them straight. Virginia, I fucking love you.